You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Epictetus once said, "Only associate with those who help you become your best self." But here's the twist. What if you are slowly becoming the very type of person Stoicism warns us to avoid? Every day, we're surrounded by people, co-workers, friends, family, even strangers. Some lift us up, others quietly drag us down. In a world so loud and crowded, how do we protect the only thing we truly own, our mind? Today, we'll uncover the 7 types of people Stoicism says you must avoid and why your peace depends on it. 1. The complainer. Have you ever spent just 15 minutes with someone and walked away feeling more exhausted than enlightened? They complain about everything: their boss, the traffic, the economy, the weather, and sometimes life itself. But if you listen closely, you'll notice something. They're not seeking solutions. They're recruiting allies for their misery. They want you to nod, to validate their dissatisfaction, and without realizing it, you become part of their storm. Stoicism sees complaining as a weakness of the soul. Why? Because it focuses energy on what's outside our control. It wastes the precious force we could use to build, change, or endure. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Being around chronic complainers is like standing next to a leaking faucet. You don't notice the effect at first, but over time, it drains you. You become reactive, irritated, even cynical. So, how do we respond stoically? First, limit your exposure, not out of cruelty, but for self-preservation. Second, if you must be around them, imagine their words as nothing more than passing rain. They don't have to soak into your skin. And third, redirect the conversation. When they begin their spiral, ask gently, "What do you think a solution might look like?" This simple question shifts the focus from helplessness to action. You're not attacking, you're lifting the conversation into something more useful. In a world full of noise and complaints, your peace of mind is sacred. Guard it. Choose not to echo complaints, but to embody calm clarity. That is the Stoic way. 2. The drama magnet. Some people don't just enter a room, they arrive like a storm. Wherever they go, conflict seems to follow. Relationship meltdowns, workplace feuds, social chaos. They breathe drama like it's oxygen. At first, you think you can help. You listen, you offer advice, you even mediate. But somehow, you're suddenly part of the story, cast in a supporting role in a never-ending emotional soap opera. Stoicism teaches us a hard truth. We are not responsible for the emotional weather of other people. We are only responsible for our own clarity and inner peace. Marcus Aurelius said, "How much better it is to be free of needless tasks. And few things are more needless than trying to fix chaos that was never yours to begin with." So how do we navigate these emotional whirlpools? The Stoic way. Selective listening. Don't absorb everything. You can hear someone without being consumed by their storm. Reflective language. When they vent, echo what they feel without offering solutions. Say, "It sounds like you felt betrayed when that happened." This acknowledges their emotions without dragging you in. Emotional distance. Just because they're spiraling doesn't mean you have to spin with them. Anchor yourself in reason, not reaction. Most importantly, remember this. You weren't born to be someone's unpaid therapist. Your energy is not a free resource. Not every problem requires your intervention, and not every crisis is yours to carry. In a world where drama is addictive and chaos contagious, the Stoic stands firm, not cold, but clear. Offer compassion, yes, but never at the cost of your own calm. 3. The naysayer. You're excited. You finally found something that lights a fire inside you, a new project, a career switch, maybe a bold idea that's been quietly growing in your mind for months. Then you tell someone, and they immediately throw cold water on it. That sounds risky. Most people fail at that. Do you really think you're cut out for it? And just like that, your confidence starts to shrink. What once felt like destiny now feels like delusion. Stoicism has one thing to say: don't hand over your inner conviction to someone else's fear. The naysayer isn't always malicious. Sometimes they're scared, and they want you to be scared too. Because if you rise, they're forced to confront their own stagnation. As Epictetus said, it is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. The naysayer's opinion is not reality. It's a reflection of their limits, not yours. So how does a Stoic respond to doubt disguised as concern? Ask for advice instead of approval. When you seek guidance, people feel less threatened and more constructive. Flip the frame. If they say, "That'll never work," respond with, "Interesting, how would someone make it work?" And above all, keep your purpose protected. You don't need external validation to pursue internal alignment. You are the artist of your life. Don't let someone else smudge the canvas with their grey brushstrokes. If your vision is vivid, guard it, nurture it, build it. The Stoic doesn't argue with every critic. He simply walks forward quietly, consistently while the noise fades behind him. 4. The victim. Life is a game of chess. We all start with the same pieces, choices, effort, time. Some sacrifice pawns, some go bold with the queen, but there's one player who never plays, only blames. This is the victim. To them, the board is rigged. Every move they make fails, and it's always someone else's fault. Their boss has it out for them. Their ex was the problem in every relationship. Their genes, their past, society, something is always holding them back. And here's where it gets dangerous. They don't want help, they want sympathy. And when you step into their narrative to rescue them, you become part of the cycle. The side character in their never-ending tragedy. What does Stoicism teach us here? Responsibility is power, blame is bondage. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." In other words, stop mirroring weakness, model strength. So how does a Stoic handle a chronic victim? Compassionate detachment. Listen, yes, but don't solve. Don't carry burdens that aren't yours. Redirect their focus. Ask, what could you do differently next time? This reframes their identity from powerless to proactive. Set boundaries. Protect your emotional bandwidth. Resisting their gravity is not coldness, it's clarity. It's true, some people suffer greatly. But Stoicism doesn't deny hardship. It challenges us to transcend it, to choose action over paralysis, purpose over pity. And if you ever feel yourself slipping into the victim role, ask this: am I blaming the board or learning to play better? The Stoic doesn't deny pain, but he never surrenders his power. 5. The toxic positivist. They always smile, always shine, always say, "Just be happy," even when your world is falling apart. You're heartbroken? Cheer up. There are plenty of fish in the sea. You lost your job? Don't worry. Everything happens for a reason. At first glance, their optimism seems comforting, but very quickly it begins to feel hollow, insensitive, even invalidating. This is the toxic positivist, someone who weaponizes optimism to avoid emotional discomfort, not just their own, but yours too. But Stoicism is not about pretending things are fine. It's about facing reality with courage, including the dark parts. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence on the future." Notice, he didn't say to ignore pain, but to accept and live fully despite it. So how does a Stoic navigate the toxic shine of false positivity? Embrace emotional granularity. Instead of saying, "I'm fine," try, "I'm feeling disappointed today, and I'm okay sitting with that." Set a tone of honesty. When someone says, "Look on the bright side," reply with, "I will, but I also need to acknowledge how this hurts right now." Model balance. The world doesn't need more glitter, it needs more groundedness. Because true Stoic strength isn't found in constant smiles, it's in knowing that you can feel pain without becoming it. Rain and sun are both part of nature. So are joy and grief. Let people feel. Let yourself feel. And when someone tries to drown your storm in sparkles, remind yourself, a flower doesn't bloom under constant sunshine. It needs rain too. 6. The manipulator. Imagine your life as a story, one you're writing with intention, courage, and clarity. But then, quietly, someone slips in and starts editing your script. Not with force, but with guilt, with flattery, with subtle emotional pressure. That's the manipulator. They don't scream, they smile, they don't demand, they suggest in ways that make you feel obligated. You're the only one I can count on. You're so successful, can't you help just this once? And you say, yes, again and again, until one day you look back and realize you haven't been living your story, you've been acting in theirs. What does Stoicism say about this? Epictetus reminds us, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. The manipulator thrives on your predictable reactions, your kindness, your fear of conflict, your desire to be liked. But Stoicism teaches us to be governed by reason, not guilt. So how does a Stoic reclaim the pen and take back the script? Use the fogging technique. Acknowledge any truth in their words without giving in. Yes, I've been doing well, and I'd prefer we split the bill as usual. Set clear boundaries, calmly and firmly. I'm not able to do that, but I wish you well. No justification needed. Detach your worth from their approval. If someone only values you when you're useful, that's not respect, it's control. Manipulation only works when we surrender our agency. But the Stoic, grounded in self-mastery, responds differently, not with anger, but with stillness. Your life is yours. Don't let anyone else hold the pen. 7. The time vampire. Your day is like a carefully composed symphony. Each hour, a note, each task, an instrument, and just as you're finding harmony, someone barges in with an off-key question, an unnecessary favor, or an endless small-talk session. That's the time vampire, not malicious, but disruptive. They feed on your most precious, non-renewable resource, time. It could be a coworker who interrupts your deep work with trivial updates, a friend who floods your messages with memes and meaningless chatter, or the person who always wants to hop on a quick call that somehow lasts an hour. Individually, these interruptions seem harmless, but over time, they add up and you find your most productive hours drained before you even begin. What would the Stoics say about this? Seneca, more than anyone, warned us, it's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. He viewed time not as something we spend, but as something we guard, and most of us tragically guard our money better than our minutes. How does a Stoic respond to a time vampire? Create sacred time blocks. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method. Turn off notifications. Let people know, this time is for me. Say no without guilt. A simple, thanks, but I won't be able to make it, is enough. No need to justify your priorities. Audit your days. Ask, did this hour bring me closer to who I want to be, or did it just disappear? Because your time is your life. And to live wisely, to live stoically, is to ensure that each day reflects your values, not someone else's urgency. Protect your time like the treasure it is. The Stoic way is not to rush, but to be deliberate. Conclusion: start with yourself. We've explored 7 types of people Stoicism warns us about. But now, the real question: have you ever been the complainer, the doubter, the one who manipulates without meaning to? Stoicism isn't just about identifying others, it's about recognizing ourselves. Start there. Observe. Adjust. Lead by example. You may not change the world overnight, but by changing yourself, you set the standard for others to follow. If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Like the video to support the channel, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom right when you need it most.